Welcome to Minecraft. So if you guys remember, we're making a server. We still are. This is some of the new stuff. So 1, barrier blocks. 2, we have this map kind of reworked because why not? I think we're gonna leave this map alone, the Pac-Man map, because that's 100 by 100. I think what I'll do though is I'm gonna add more terrain. That might be a good idea. Terrain and cover. We're building house. It's over here. Right there. Which we got some stuff done. Technically, my son Mashi, which credit to Mashi, he's been working on the walls here. He made the roads, the sidewalk. He even made over here, which even has the barrier blocks, which are invisible unless you actually have the said barrier blocks. So they're invisible otherwise, so you won't ever notice them in the server. Besides that, we actually have some new improvements. Like, if you guys remember, we actually had a I'm trying to think on how to put this one. Moderation lounge, essentially right here, which you could still see the remnants of what it was. Which we actually had it moved, and the only way to access it is, of course, getting into the store. But you guys don't actually have access unless you're a moderator or something like that. So we get this, and that leads us to our offices and lounge, essentially. So we have pretty much our meeting rooms, which, like I said, Mashi did a lot of this. We have Nikki's side, which has a computer with a dual monitor setup, because why not? We got just a little entertainment system and a coffee table and chairs. We have lamps, and yes, that's lamps. This is my office. This is my desk here, and that's Mashi, my son. Besides that, he pretty much built this entirely. He built a good majority of the house map, and we're still working on getting other maps. I think we said we said we were gonna do Outback, right? So we're gonna do Outback next. I'm gonna get rid of this atrocity right here. This atrocity right here, because no. I'll just let that kind of go down naturally, because I don't want to deal with that crap right now. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm actually the only one on this server right now, because Nikki's playing, like 70% sure he's playing with Sploosh right now, and I'm gonna work on the server for a little while and either start getting layouts for some of the stuff that we still need to do, or work on... I'm good, Joshy. How are you? Other than that, guys, we pretty much got some new command block stuff, which is 1, how we get to the office is essentially the office / moderation lounge. So that's how we get to there. We have teleportation now, essentially. The rest of it is just a bunch of other stuff. That's good. That's good. Also, quick thing. My dad broke his toe today. Dropped a door on it. He texted me and was like, "You want pizza for dinner?" And I was like, "Yeah!" And he was like, "Okay, good." I broke my toe today. And I put like a screaming gif because I was like, "Yeah, that's probably how I'd be in real time."
Oh, damn, Nikki, that was the most action I've gone through in No, it was at the point where I was running with enemies.
You're running with enemies? Oh.
Okay, because we're running out of the storm, and it doesn't show up if you're like an enemy or not, if you're like with the gas mask on.
Oh.
So no one was able to know if you're an enemy or not. So we were over here.
All they know is that you're a buddy, or there's a chance
all
that
they
you're.
know is like, no, I wasn't shooting at them yet, and so they're okay. He's not shooting at us. He's not an enemy.
We're fine. We're fine. We're not fine.
I don't even know how many kills I got that game. I was like dominating, and then.
By the way,
yeah,
they're playing Warzone. I'm not. I'm not playing Warzone ever.
You got like 10 kills, man.
I had like 10 kills. Jesus. I don't know.
Besides,
My heart was beating throughout the entire thing. Oh, my heart.
my heart can't take that.
No, like when I was like in the moment of like I'm low on ammo, I have only like 3 rockets.
So you were just in a, you were in the
No.
deep end.
No, I had some ammo on my SMG. I knocked the guy, ran up, meleeed him, ran behind a truck, ran through the gas, picked up a full thing, like full ammo from my SMG, picked up 3 more missiles, and I was over the bomb. I was just my rocket launcher wasn't reloaded, so I couldn't kill the last team.
What I'm hearing is, you essentially did what every Call of Duty Modern Warfare player does and runs around and hope for the best.
No, our team like withered away, and I was the only one. I didn't notice I was the only one alive. You know, our team until I died out. Oh.
And then someone tried reviving themselves.
That's unfortunate. I swear, I hate when people invite me to parties when they probably know I'm in one.
Yeah, it should tell them that you're in one.
But if I do, they're still like, but I have friends here. And I'm like, so do I. What do you need? I don't know why. People, every time I say that to them, tend to get offended. I don't understand why. Yes, that is an actual issue with my channel, guys. There are some people who have me added, and they get into my, like, chats and everything. They're like, yo, are you going to join the party, or am I just going to do this and that without you? I'm not joining because I want to. I'm joining because either you actually need me for either advice, which usually isn't often. The only real time I have that is for unlisted reasons, which I've talked very little about, but I have a couple friends who have relationship issues, and they come to me because I've been in a relationship or two, and I know all about gold diggers and everything. That's also probably a 70% lie, if not at least a 20% lie. I don't know. You guys judge me on that one. But
I forgot how you get the different ammo for the 357.
for 3, what do you mean? You mean the snake shot?
Yeah.
It's one of the it's like a perk. It's one of the perks.
Oh, it is.
I remember that. It was one of the perks. Even though I don't have it downloaded, I remember it being a perk. Big smart time.
Then how are you supposed to get? If it's a perk, how are you supposed to get?
Maybe it's no, it's a detachment. Sorry, it's a detachment, Akimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's an attachment. Sorry, snake shot is an attachment. You just have to get kills like galore. You just have to level up that gun.
So I know it's a. I'm trying to figure where it would be listed under as.
It would be listed inside the thing with the attachments.
Yeah, I'm
Just
just
watching
looking through. I
that
don't know if
YouTube.
it's because I haven't loaded up enough to get to it. So.
No,
If you have the 357, it'll show it.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Then how do? I'm telling you, it's an attachment.
I know. I'm looking at the attachment. It doesn't.
Yeah, it
Look at the
doesn't
perks
show
then.
anything for the 357.
It.
I can't see all the perks on that level 40 gun yet.
You don't have
It's
to have a
saying I
level.
never-
Why do you need a level 40 gun to look at the perks?
No, so you can see the perks.
You can see the
All
perks
perks.
even if you aren't a level 40.
Okay.
Like, unless they changed it, you should be able to see the perks no matter what.
Yeah.
Jason needs to let you play. You have
I was gonna let him
he
play.
gets the rest of the night. No more video
I was
games.
just about to switch to multiplayer too.
No more. No. I have not seen him on the video game all day. He's been on his.
Anyway, besides that, I think. So tomorrow's gonna be kind of busy. today's gonna be, no, tonight was busy. Today/tonight. It really was, because we had to play Siege to try and figure out some of the detailing, and we found one of the worst lobbies I ever play in. Where the Echo likes to use the same route 40 times in a row. And think he's the god.
Hop on Minecraft.
Alright. Also, we have a new idea for a map on here, which we're going to do Predator. Which, by the way, we're not licensed at all by any of these people. We don't have any purpose, but we're not doing exactly what they did. Where we, like, for Siege, technically we made Siege-related classes. Which you want evidence on? There used to only be 5 over here. Now there's, what is there? There's 7 cases. We have Sledge, which we give him an axe. Fuse, which just gets a bunch of instant damage because we can't give him grenades. Same thing with Sledge. Smoke gets poison. And then Doc gets a bunch of healing potions and then default stuff, which we pretty much decided, yeah. The rest of it, these over here are just other ideas. We have like Halloween, we got Guitar Hero right here. I forgot what the skull is for. Nikki, what's the skull for?
Predator.
Okay, well, we already have that on the tree, so we don't need to worry about that now. I removed that skull. Hellboy, Atlantis, Indiana Jones, Doom, prison related. I said Shawshank Redemption because I like that movie.
Black Ops Blood of the Dead.
But Nikki, we're already gonna do Call of Duty, aren't we?
No.
Oh, well, I'm not doing Blood of the Dead. I'm not building Alcatraz. They're better maps than that, Nikki. It's a good map, but it's not the best. Yeah, if we want to do it, there's a couple movies based on Alcatraz. Choose one of those.
I'll be back.
Okay. Alright. Anyway, but we're still undecided on most maps. Some we are decided on. I don't feel like doing anything that has to do with Alcatraz yet because I don't have the patience for that at least. Nikki may have the patience, but Blood of the Dead is just Alcatraz with zombies. So it's just a rundown Alcatraz, which is what it is today. It's just rundown tourist location. So if anything, we should just build Alcatraz if we're trying to do something that says Blood. Or Mob if you guys are original. I'm original, so I'll always say Mob. Blood is just the term that everybody uses, so I always have to say Blood. Because they're uncultured swines. By the way, big jokes. I'm tired, you can't tell that I'm joking. I'm not being super sarcastic because I'm tired. Also, if you guys would like to see another one of those creepy talk videos, because we used to do those in the past, we had some good and we had some mixed opinions about it, like if you guys believe this stuff, you're childish. Some of them are based on real things, like if you say Pennywise isn't a real thing. I could tell you the thing based off of Pennywise, which also helped introduce Pennywise anyway. And you couldn't tell me I'm wrong, because he even has a painting that's pretty haunting. Death. But like, here's the thing, not everybody believes in it because they don't experience it or something along those lines. Like, you could technically say a ghost doesn't exist, then random picking up on voices even if everyone's completely silent, which is interesting. Being one person, being in a location with just yourself and hearing another person's voice that very clearly isn't there, that's more than enough to state that. So whether or not you believe it, we'll do it, but we talk about a mix of things, including creepypastas. We give theories based off the creepypasta, so like for Slenderman, we did this a long time ago. We theorized, and we asked ourselves, could he be in any forest, or can he only stick to one specific forest, and then can roam around otherwise? Now, from what I understand, it's only one or the other, but we don't actually know, and the creepypasta doesn't say so either, so that's one thing. Secondly, Siren Head, which, I mean, other people would talk about. We never talked about Siren Head. I kind of want to talk about Silent Hill one of these days, like both the movie and the actual, like, the urban legend itself, which Silent Hill is a real place, that's even its name is Silent Hill. But you have to have, like, I'm gonna message this boy up, because now it's just getting on my nerves. That is the second invite I've received from him in less than 10 minutes. I say 10 minutes from now, I'm which I swear it is a true statement. If you're my friend on PS4, do not spam me. Anyway, but essentially we talked about a lot of different things, which can include a variety of things, which for the most part I could talk about, but I'm not gonna go. I always tend. What up, Nick? That name doesn't get me. The pass. Not my channel ever. I use it for occasional jokes and just when I'm with Venom anyway, because he's just funny. He's got the Venom to become. His name Nick, and then it's E.
Hey, Jake, and I'll plug your mic back in.
It's not my.
Can't argue with that.
Just can't argue. But other than that, essentially there's not much I'm gonna say with that name. Nice try, but I've had a lot of names like that. I have a couple friends who try to be that funny guy, but those just aren't funny. They're just disappointing.
Also, do you want to see my secret?
Nikki, if you show me your secret, you're showing around 10 to 20 people as well, because I'm streaming. Then it's not a secret if you're willing to show everyone. So if it's a secret, wait until I'm done streaming, then yes. Until then, no. When someone lacks the part of that the word, which is secret. Don't you just hate when you have 900 friends and can't find one out of the 900? I sure do. Lucky you. God, I even forget which friend it is. I'm scared. It's a G. I'm repairing holes that some midget made forever ago. You could just TP to me, you know. Right on your D-pad, which opens chat. Go to / since you're a host, and then TP, and then just say who, you, to. Good. Alright, I suggest him, Nikki. I need you to invite him. If I get asked to play Modern Warfare, I'm gonna laugh straight in the face and go, no.
It's Goon.
Yeah, I know it's Goon. He sent me. I'm gonna quickly tell him here in a second when he joins that I don't appreciate less than 10 minutes worth spacing of invites. Because he sent me 2 in less than 10 minutes, maybe in total 10, but it showed 8. Hey Goon.
Sorry, my mic was muted. What?
You remember my one rule about invites?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
10, correction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you No, I don't know. Use the TP option. It's literally on the side of your screen. Right? Go over to the slash with your left D-pad. Click it. Teleport. Who? Nikki. Where? Me. False. Boom. You're welcome.
I already know how to do it. I just figured.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because you typed it out instead of just using the little extra sidebar.
'Cause I felt like typing it.
Anyway.
So Minecraft, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Because Modern Warfare is not downloaded if that's what you're going to try and get at eventually.
Oh, okay.
I deleted that because I need space.
You deleted Modern Warfare?
Yeah, I never really played it, and on top of that, I had no reason to play it. I was busy with like Siege, Battlefield, Hardline. I was about to say Battlefront, and I would have been like, no. And the server, which is what we're working on right now.
It's got the battle pass for the games.
Okay. Am I supposed to be excited?
No.
Okay. Okay. Because I anytime people are like, well, I have the battle pass, I'm over here like, okay, am I supposed to be like, oh, I'm so jealous, or because I can do that?
No, I'm one of those people who like, I'm just here to inform you. I don't really care what you think. If you're jealous, then that's you.
I'm really not. I'm the person who says, if you're gonna waste money, don't waste it on a battle pass. Waste it on a $15 DLC because it's the same price.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's like you could spend, yeah, but it's like it's either you could spend $15 on just getting currency for a game, or you can spend $15 for a DLC, which gives you extra maps, extra weapons, and just extra fun in general. But what does everybody choose?
Sometimes it also gives you some extra coins.
Yeah, and sometimes you get your coins depending on what the situation is, but most of the time it's just the maps. But like, for me, for Black Ops 3 for example, I have almost every DLC, besides like maybe 2 or 3, which is the Giant and like,
Oh, you don't have a giant?
no, I didn't.
I
want Giant.
small games.
I have Chronicles, I have Kino Knock, or that's,
As long as you have World at War, then pretty much you have the giant, because
that's because World at War is a game that's outdated.
okay, yeah, but the Black Ops 3, the giant is just a remake of that map from World at War.
Which was also called the Giant.
No, it wasn't. It was called something else.
Well, I remember it being called the Giant both ways. Anyway,
Whatever, it's still a remake, and everyone knows that.
yeah, that's like when I say it's Mob of the Dead instead of Blood of the Dead, everyone yells at me because Blood of the Dead is completely different. No, the only thing that's different is that they added different zombies.
Yeah.
It's still Alcatraz. It's still the same character. Or it's different it's different characters but the same map. And different zombies. So it's pretty much Alcatraz with different zombies, different creatures. Brutus is the same. They had him in the first. So when people say I'm wrong, I would like you to go play the original map or look up videos of the actual map and then tell me I'm wrong. The only things that are different, the zombies, the original, yeah, the original. It's because the originals are always better than remakes. That's why when like I hear remixes of songs that I've heard, like the exception is like some or what is it, Coldplay and not Coldplay specifically, but Coldplay and the Chainsmokers when they made something like this.
Daft Punk and
Some of Daft Punk's remakes are okay. It's more like when you remake songs that are like iconic to me.
actually, for me, it's Daft Punk, Alan Walker, and Marshmello.
Hmm.
The okay remix for me.
Well, that's because they make good songs and they're meant to make remixes and other forms.
Yeah.
That's like Fade. It has a couple different forms, and I've listened to at least all 3 of them. I've listened to the original, the other one, which is more techno. I've listened to 2 of the remakes, or 1 of the remakes. I don't know. So it's like some songs are okay to remake, but when you're like mixing up like original stuff, like at least make it decent. Don't be garbage with it. Like Elvis Presley, you can't outdo the king.
Completely changed it, but has the map or
Yeah, it's like for Origins, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is again zombies,
yeah, just
but otherwise it's the same story. Yeah, it's just the tiny things in the background that you notice.
yeah, the small don't really
But then those that you don't notice, everyone says it's a completely different map, and it immediately makes me hate you. If you're a COD fan, you know the difference between it being the same or almost exactly the same with different things in it. So like, if let's say, for example, you remake Tetris, make it back to the original form, but give it completely updated music, what is it going to be? The same thing with the same music, just remade.
Yeah.
So it's not actually different, it's just the music's changed a little bit and it's back to its original quote. Where it showed frickin' Moscow, Russia in the background. Yes, that was actually the original. Guess how I know? Because I'm a frickin' game nerd.
That's like good remakes.
Yeah, that was a good, well, I don't like remakes of most of Russian.
Then you make it
A little bit better, at least like up the resolution a little bit, but at least keep it somewhat the same, like weaponry wise. I appreciate that. I appreciate people bringing back things to bring nostalgia, like Kino der Toten and Nocturne Toten. That brought me nostalgia because I played both those maps at least once, and I enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed Kino much more because I played Kino much more, but when people say, that's not Kino, it's just a remake of Kino, it doesn't have this, the M14, and then when you actually get the M14 about, oh, the M14 looking at me and saying this sniper sucks, and me get an actual quad feed with it in 1 minute. That's what happens when Siege operators, like everyone said Glaz sucks nowadays, and then I pull out Glaz and I get at least 2 or 3 kills in a row. I'd like to see you try me with your dumb Callie. I'm just kidding, Callie's awesome. And I'm not just saying that because she's my ex, but... Don't ask questions. Anyway, but there are certain extents to where it's okay to say it's not the same thing. Like, this is a remake of Minecraft. Has it really ever changed? No. It's actually back to what it originally was, where you have commands. I mean, technically, though, original, you couldn't do jack crap.
Another good thing that you should really, to an extent, where you shouldn't cross the line, is adding in more stuff.
Yeah, don't be a complete modder. Like, in term here, it'd be okay because Minecraft is a literal sandbox. Same thing with Gmod. But if you start modding, like, Call of Duties, it's not going to be the same. Modded maps, perhaps? Like, modded maps, those are okay, but those have to be as a restriction. If you say those are original maps, I will pimp smack you. Like, I'm saying that with a dead serious face. I will smack you if you say modded maps are better than the original stuff, or they're never if you want original stuff, you want good content, like look at me. Yes, I'm following along what other YouTubers do. Do I do exactly what they do? No, I throw it up a bit. Like, for example, I decided to make an entirely new storyline. I use my own character, and I seem to be my own character. My character is actually named Jake Lava, and he is actually a militia. He's extremely dangerous and scary at his job. As I am in time, I'm good, I'm dangerous in a game, and I'm extremely good at a game. Especially as in militia terms. So when you say, you're not your character, look at me inside game, and then say that. I say I'm a very creative person. This took us a year to build, and look at what we've done. We made a Tetris map, which is 100 by something blocks. We made a Pac-Man map, which isn't a maze, because we were thinking about doing the maze, and then we realized 100 by 100 blocks just to make a maze. Fill it with marshmallows, ghosts, and Pac-Man. Yeah, well, no. Pac-Man's map was pretty simple, but it was more like 100 by 100 blocks is already too chaotic. Like, we're doing that for House, because House is an exception. The Spawn, we got, like, if you guys are gonna joke about me saying that this map isn't as great, look at the smaller details to the Pac-Man sign, which was built by my lovely friend Nikki here. He actually made enough detail to be the original arcade symbol, which is the Pac-Man with a little iconic little black, kind of the clearish black on the side of every, almost every letter. Except we put it on pretty much everything but the P. The Tetris, we tried to build the Tetris theme as it was almost originally, but, or at least original to an extent. So we've made it so it's like the updated original, so it's more the 8-bit, not the old 8-bit, but the 8-bit 8-bit. So, by the way, it took us 30 minutes to an hour just to do this floor, and we got a headache doing that, so give us some credit here. We actually, I actually left and I had a migraine. It was so bad. Because this is what we were doing the entire time. Imagine doing that and putting down several of the same colored blocks in less than 30 minutes. Your headache would increase by 30 and you would become a migraine. This spawn took us about 10 minutes to debate how we were going to do it, what materials we were going to do it out, and then it took us about 10 to 15 minutes just to build it and add the extra stuff. We made banners for it. For just building this entire spawn, excluding the external bits, so the vaults. No, this was before this update. We started this a year ago. And we only finished it the beginning of this year. So here's what happens. Here's what I'm going to say very quickly. Excluding that corner, that box over there, the extra piece here, this extra, I guess, stadium, I guess what is it, a spectator booth for the stage here for a little bit, which also wasn't here, and the vaults, before all that, that took us about 2 weeks to build. Just the square, to fill it in, to put the textures, to build the symbols, to make the spawn in the center, at least exact center, which it is actually. If you want to test it, I'd like to see you say it's not centered. We spent 2 weeks building it, and then an extra week making sure it was even, and adding additional stuff to it. I'd like to see, is it even? Because you will make my OCD go off the chart, and I will go around and count how long it took. Which, mind you, this 2 weeks that we spent doing this was absolute chaos. We finished the spawn, we started working with the other stuff, and as soon as we finished the spawn, we started building the Tetris map at about the same time that I think we made our first 3 kits. Nikki was over here working on this stuff. I made the Tetris map with Nikki. I did most of the Tetris map, and then he kind of came in and helped. We had a couple other friends. But overall, in the beginning, we had 5 people working on this. Guess how many actually did something? 2. Me and Nikki were the only... No, just me and Nikki. This was before I knew you. So, yeah, so essentially, literally only 2 people started working on this. The other 3, there was 3. One of them was doing pixel art, and this was before we actually had an idea for the server. We actually sat here for, what was it, trying to figure out what we were doing. The was griefed so we actually had to delete the world and redo it. So we ended up deleting the first prototype server, and then we started doing this. This was the only server where I took so much precaution. I even listed rules before you came in. I said, if you do anything stupid, I will chew you up, spit you out, throw you into the garbage disposal, and put you down into the hole where you deserve. Then I listed all the rules. As soon as I did, everyone took it extremely seriously. Because they know, if you make Jacoboy angry, everyone suffers, no matter if you're my best friend or not. Nikki has seen a couple of the points where I've actually had to become drill sergeant, which I actually have never done on stream, I'm 70% sure, but I had a friend a long time ago, where every time he was in a party with us, he always started something. We couldn't play Siege together, like it was Nikki, myself, Javen, FaZe, which you can ask him. If I said Jawa, which is actually
honestly, I've never heard you or seen you mad.
You don't want to. I have some people who refuse to talk to me in any disrespectful manner because they know I will become a literal drill sergeant if you make me a certain extent of mad. And have you actually... Well, there's a reason, though. So, I used to have anger issues, and I still kinda do to this day, but I'm better at managing it. I'm 17, mind you. When this was built, I was 16, and there were still some really dumb friends I had who wouldn't take it seriously, and I said, you don't take this seriously if you're not gonna help, and you're just gonna fool around and build not family-friendly things. I expect you to get the heck out of my server, and don't come back until you can take it seriously, because we've spent... I think it was like 2 months before I started thoroughly saying, if you don't stop, I'm going to unfriend you and block you. Which is the same thing with like spams. If you do it in a certain amount of times and you understand that I'm dead serious, like I could call you and look you dead in the eyes and say, if you continue to do this, I will block you, unfriend you, and you will not receive another message from me until you can grow up about this, then you will understand what I mean. I pretty much have that same tone, like, tone I'm using right now, this is just me when I'm tired. Imagine if I was irritated, stressed, and getting frustrated because you couldn't take it seriously. That's a whole different level of melatonin from me. That's a whole... Here's the thing. If I go quiet, if I'm talking normally, going to a slight rage, which this happens on Siege a lot, if I go from talking, raging, to almost instantly mute without saying a word, be concerned. Be very concerned. And you'll expect a bullet in the next round. You'll be catching a bullet.
Make people mad.
And I appreciate that. That's why I say, if you're going to be my friend, if you understand that if I tell you don't make that, that would be a mistake on both your halves, I say both your halves because usually when I'm done with somebody, they either try to chew me out. Like, I have a couple friends forever ago who heard me become a drill sergeant, and I actually left the party. I was so upset. My heart was racing. I could feel it out of my chest. Nikki, FaZe, and some of my other friends who actually had my info called me if I was okay. That's how angry I can be. It's okay, Nikki. So when it comes to stuff like that, like, this server was one of those main things where if somebody did something stupid and I had to correct them more than once, I will drill sergeant you because this stuff is... It's frustrating. Like, we haven't even gotten into the actual, like, beta or alpha stage. And we're still sitting here making maps, trying to find pre-beta testers, trying to get more people to actually come and join. Like, we had a pre-beta tester, and then I tried to get a hold of him and say, hey, we're working on the server. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, but it's like, I understand money's tight, and there's actually no way to get money right now, considering Corona. Oh yeah, building this? I know. Also, if you guys are wondering, who built the vaults? I built the in general vault room. Nikki just fancied it up with the lanterns, the stairs. I think he used some slabs as well, and he made this beautiful architecture. He also actually ended up making this heart. He made the entire Doom-related stage. He also made our original thingy here, my brain's not working. He made the official... For that time, the official little moderator lounge, which was also, mind you, for like 3 people max, probably 4 people. So he made the lounge, he made the architecture out here, he made that entire stage, and that was all him. He does a lot of the architecture. He also did this. Which was also a part of the stage. So he did a lot of work. Nikki and I both did something, you know, at least something. Javen made the little alien and Pennywise, which, mind you, it's really nice. He also made his house right here, which, I mean, it's simple, but I like the design of it. That's all I'm going to say, because I can't judge it too harshly, which, he made it a lot intent. Like, I mean, inside's really nice. He put a lot of time and effort into it. He really tried. So this is his house.
Wait, have you once ever, like, binge, I guess binge played Modern Warfare while listening to the Juggernaut music non-stop?
No, actually, I listened to more of the, Five Finger Death Punch, Slipknot, like, old stuff. Real old stuff. Nikki also helped in here. I already showed him in here, Nikki. Oh, what's this? Nikki. Is that supposed to be the blood wine? It's supposed to be alcohol joke. Is it alcohol joke? Okay. Of course it is, Nikki. It's because he can't talk right now. I'm guessing his mic's having issues. But Nikki did a lot of the work in here. Nikki and I had done the most work out of the 5 or 6 people. Javen did a decent amount of work, but he also did the pixel art, so we give him credit anyway because he's doing pixel art for us, which include movies and games. Alien's kind of in the mix there. And Pennywise is just kind of like a movie character more so. I mean, he's in a game, but it's a VR game, so I'm not going to consider it a game. I consider that virtual.
Do you ever just question the fact that you have non-stop unlimited ammo when you are a Juggernaut?
Have you seen actual Juggernauts, though? And do you know how heavy a minigun is?
Video game Juggernauts.
Yeah, I know. In video games like that, they're always infinite ammunition because what happens if, well, there's an exception. Ghost technically didn't have enough ammunition.
Okay,
Is that just for me?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, so when it comes to stuff like that, it's funny to me because some people are like, miniguns don't have infinite ammunition. By the way, quick thing about miniguns in real life, they're not that slow fire rate. The reason we don't use them in modern day military is because you run out of ammunition as fast as you can blink. Blink twice and there goes 400 rounds. That's pretty much what it feels like. You want to try reloading a minigun while it's firing?
Yeah, you can reload a
No, technically it isn't impossible. If it's like hold firing, so it goes brrr, brrr, depending on how long you have, you can attach another chain. And yes, I said chain. You can use chain links for it, which are probably more effective than drums. And I don't mean like drum mags, I mean just drums in general, just...
Wait, have you used the Juggernaut in the new Modern Warfare? This one?
Yes, I have. No, I haven't done it a lot. I did it in like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He actually have you seen
Running with a Juggernaut suit, yeah.
the Juggernaut armor isn't super heavy, but it makes your movement restrained. The minigun itself, on top of the infinite ammunition there, is what kills you. Here, let me get my phone. Hang on.
Because the ammunition's just gonna make it.
Ammunition is extra weight. And that's on your back, mind you. Hang on. Let me look up the actual weight of a minigun. Hey Google, how much does a minigun weigh in real life?
They have a Samsung or an Apple?
Samsung. A minigun fires a 7.62 millimeter caliber. It weighs 85 pounds in mass. Length is 801.6 millimeters or 31.56 inches, and its barrel length is 22 inches. Cartridge is 762 by 51 millimeter NATO. So it weighs about 80 pounds, or 80 pounds, or 40 pounds, or 41 pounds with a lightweight mod. Hey, I'm new. How are you? I'm good, Hydro Warfare. How are you? I don't want to say Madame Monsieur because I don't know your gender, so I'm not going to say anything. I'll just say, how are you?
I'm sure there's mosquitoes in my house.
Why, are you getting bit? Also, Nikki, he says hello. You see a mosquito? It could be a fly. I need to get some water. I'm all thirsty because I've been eating. I had tried a new pizza from Little Caesars. By the way, I'm not sponsored at all by pizza companies. Although I wish I was, even though technically I like Pepsi more than anything.
You're not that big of a channel.
I have 400 subs. And I'm bad. It's decent though. Considering for a year's worth of work, 400 subs is a lot. Every year I get about 100 subs. That's what. So, Captain Pufferfish over here. Yes, Nikki. Yes, yes, Monsieur Pufferfish. Good. Is there any way I can join?
You see all the unnecessary crap that that the Juggernaut has on, not in real life, in the games.
What do you mean? Eat my child? But I'll poison, and I don't want to eat your child. I'll keep your child. I'll keep him happy and safe. I'll keep him with my alcohol. I ate your child. Oh, I'm nauseous. Okay, so he says, good. Is there any, or this person says, good, is there any way I can join you? What do you mean? Do you wanna, like, do you wanna do pre-beta testing, or do you wanna help build? Like, join in what way? Because we're in pre-beta phase and have one other component, or one other person who's willing to help out, both in building. If you want, you can choose both, or you can choose one or the other, depending on how you feel. But we're in pre-beta phase. We'll give you a kit. build. Yes, there is. If you have a Microsoft account or if you're on PS4, my PS4 name is right there. This one right here. I'm that one right there. The one I clicked on. It's that one right there that I'm hovering over. That's my username on here. I need to back out of the server in order to show you my Microsoft. No, I don't want to eat more of your puffer fish. I get ill.
What the heck?
Take your children. Or I'm throwing them in the lava.
Hold on. Jake Lava,
Yes. Oui, monsieur?
do you know how a grenade works in real life?
Oui, monsieur?
Do you know how a grenade works in real life?
Oui, monsieur.
I mean, oh, okay.
What, you want me to be Russian then? Okay. I think I made him sad or uncomfortable. Da. Привет, как дела? He probably doesn't remember what to say. I don't know how you spell that though either. It's probably an H, I don't know. Russian spelling is weird. Help me. My dad would know how to spell it in Russian. Because he has Russian. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm trying to get water, ladies and gents. I'm sorry. I'm thirsty. So what are you trying to do and build? Well, I'm trying to do a server re-invite. Yeah, that would be nice. What are you trying to do and build? Then my stream crashes like it always does. One, we're trying to build a server. So one, we're trying to do and build a server. It's kit PvP, so we have kits pre-adjusted. Like, over here we have all our kits, which even have labels. So we have our Warlock, Brute, Assassin, Doc, Smoke, Fuse, and Sledge. Which are all pretty much siege operators and just classes based off of the game. Like assassins are quick and they usually use like craftable weapons, so axes. The brutes are generally buff, tanky, and everything. And you know, stuff like that. Generally just really annoying. Parties are being glitched. I need to leave the party and quickly do something here, so give me just 1 second. We are currently having technical errors. Let me please put you on hold while I try to fix them. I always hated trying to fix stuff like this. Okay. So I need to invite those two in here, and then if you, Hydro, want to add me, that's fine. I'm all up for it. You'll know when you see me because I have 900 friends. Alright, here we go. So we have our server. It's kit PvP based. We're building both game and movie related things. So like I have mostly game related maps so far. We need to build a movie related map. But it's essentially just games and movie related builds that have to do with, you know, what the theme is, which like I said, game and movies. Trying to figure out if I still have hair in my water. Which I can't see because it's dark. Big thirst. I need to text Nikki as well. Phone's in my pocket. Voice is cracking. My knees, weaker arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. And I'm over here trying to play one by get over here singing Eminem. Rapping Eminem, I should say, because rap and singing are two different things. The only difference is faster than pay to tell me I'm wrong. Casually dies. Anyway, so essentially just a server, like a Kit P server, out of both pure boredom and to host a server. He's been wanting to host an actual server for a very long time, and now's a kind of our opportunity since we have cross-platform now, so that would allow us to actually have more freedom on having a server at a time. So it's just been kind of a goal in our YouTube careers and just in general, our, I guess, to put ourselves to the test and work on something that could take a very long time. Like this is the beginning, this is around the time of year 2 when we're still working on it, but we're in pre-beta since we have some kits now, people who want to try it. So we have like one person actually willing to try it. I think all that's left to build like house and a couple other maps is that all we're really gonna have to do is eventually movie map kits because Siege, and people are eventually gonna start getting bored with the same old maps every time. So right now we only have about 4 maps. 2 are still in production, the other 2 are actually done or need to be renovated. So it's chaotic neutral. It's chaotic neutral, that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah. It's just, we've been working on this for an entire year, and 70% of this stuff we haven't been able to do. So now we have like I'm sorry I have to, guys. Not sure what yet. I have a bunch of other games I'm willing to play right now. If you guys want me to do streams on them, I will. But I need to know what you guys want me to do on the stream. Like, I'm gonna go on Red tomorrow, if not tonight. Yeah, I need information. And Nikki left the game. So yeah, I'm gonna end up leaving here in a second here. So, like I said, want to see more of like other gameplays, so like Call of Duty, Overwatch, some Siege, some Destiny, Redemption 2, GTA, you know, stuff like that. Let me know in the comments. I'll try to get to you as soon as possible, aka I'll see what I can do as soon as I can. I need to I need to check my channel right now because if people have been commenting, I can't see your comments at the current moment. So I'm gonna okay, so no one's commented, I just wanted to make sure. Alright. Take extra precaution because I already tried joining you, and when I did, it didn't work. And then I tried to invite you, and then it never let you in to join. It's okay, I'm going anyway. I'm gonna go play something, I don't know, I'm gonna probably go play. I don't know, probably go play some Red Dead or Borderlands. But no party, because it's being dumb. So if you'd like, Nikki, you could join me on like Borderlands or something. I'll text you when I'm gonna play. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said, if you want to see me play something in specific, good night, Nikki. If you guys want to see me play something in specific, which can pretty much include anything you've seen on my channel, except for Fortnite, because screw Fortnite. And if you want to see Fortnite gameplay, go watch Ninja. That's not a shout out, that's me telling you. Go watch someone who's oddly sad and says he's changed, but really hasn't at all. Anyway. God, this is how you know I'm a jerk sometimes. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and go play other things. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of the short video where you literally saw me do maybe... I seen a meme here. Yanny or Laurel. Anyway, I'm gonna go do other things. I'm gonna go have some fun doing other stuff. I'm gonna probably end up doing a lot of other things offline. So the server will be worked on a mix of on camera and off camera and so on and so forth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.